that's all paint. Can't journal with paint. And those are all sleep masks. I gotta go to Lucy's room and find a pencil. These are not what I need. You wanna come with me to Lucy's room to find a pencil? Let's go. Hold on. We gotta find a pencil. I know. Let's find a pencil quick. Come on. Oh, she's a little needy this morning. We just need a pencil, babe. Here's one. Ta-da! Oh, see how talented I am. Okay, got it. Good morning.
Mommy.
Yeah, I left that in there because we don't need that. That's paint. I don't need paint. I just need a pencil. Do you want some stuff to color with?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We'll go back in there. Let me drop this off. Crazy starts, and not really crazy start to the morning, but all my kids were cranky. It's my second's birthday today. She's turned 7, but they woke up. Baby was just kind of a nightmare this morning. All right, we gotta find some paper for the baby. Paper. Hold on. We gotta figure out where Lucy puts her paper. Hold on, I'm looking for paper. There's this. What's this? Not what I need. No gum. No gum, silly girl. Do we not have any paper up here? Hold on. Close this up. Everyone excited for Monday? Wait, can I look at? Oh, we can use a planner. Or let's see what's in here. You want to color with a planner? You want to color on this? No, well, I don't really have many other options for you. Let's turn to the back. Marker? Yeah, let's go watch Woof Woofs. Here, I'll bring you 2 markers. All right, back to the living room we go. Come on, Tiny. She always needs carried. Okay, come here. Boost. Our grumpy. Yeah, all you grumpy girls this morning. What, baby? We got our cleaning done already. Yep. Now we're gonna do some journaling and some reading. I'll give you guys a journal prompt for today if you want to do it with me. Give me 1 second though. Okay, here you go. Markers. All right, these are the books I'm reading right now. Set boundaries. Set boundaries, find peace, a guide to reclaiming yourself. We're doing inner child recovery work with radical self-compassion. And this one's really cool. It's a journal, soul therapy. It's a 365-day journal for self-exploration, healing, and reflection. So this is the journaling we're going to do today. If you want to journal with me, go grab a paper and a pen or pencil. And I'll give you your prompt for the day. Oh, Freya was in here. Look. This is her name. She even put a bookmark in there for me. Oh my gosh. Okay. She didn't do it on everyone. Just almost everyone. So grab a pencil, grab a piece of paper. And we're going to do a little journal today. Is this where we left off? Let's see. Yes. Okay. I hate when it's on the foldy side because I can't ever get it straight. Do you know what I mean? It drives me crazy. Okay, ready? Kindness makes the world a better place. Whether you are being kind to someone or someone is being kind to you, it's important to take notice of kindness gestures. List some kindness gestures that you have done for someone or someone has done for you in the past week. Okay? I'll give you until I'm done to be done. Okay, I'll read it one more time. Kindness makes the world a better place. Whether you're being kind to someone or someone is being kind to you, it's important to take notice of kindness gestures. List some kindness gestures that you have done for someone or someone has done for you in the past week. Write them down. I'm going to try. Can I use you as an armrest? No. Okay, well, that's just too bad because you're kind of in my way. All right, this is kind of hard. Kindness gestures. Okay. Hold on, I'm writing. The girls helped me clean. laundry. I clean every morning. Freya and Sailor. Some toys. Me next. Gross. Goodbye. What you need? Say hi. Oh, no. Okay, just a couple more minutes. Stop, baby. Good. Okay. I have one more thing to write. One more. Can I write one more thing? No. Hold on. Let me put it down. Okay, we're gonna move you over here. I only had one more thing to add anyways, so. How's everybody's morning going? Happy Monday. Let's move on to the next thing. Do you want to do inner child recovery work or set boundaries? Find peace. I'll read to you. Pick one. I'll only read like a chapter of each. Oh, Chase is crying. Oh, Chase. Let's do the inner child recovery work because I really like that one. All right, a careful but thorough diagnosis. How to know for sure whether your inner child is hurt or not. Can we help having an injured or worse still, dead inner child? Given that we all pass through life's developmental stages from childhood to adulthood, this is almost impossible. As we grow up, we're forced by time and nature to witness life-changing events and undergo impactful experiences, which may be positive or otherwise. Like the shoe prints on a wet, muddy path, these experiences leave us with significant and indelible influences that shape our growth process over time. In the process, we gradually lose touch with our inner child, yet this may be described as a rather simple natural change, like the passing of time, where we drift away from the inner child personality. Best Mom Award goes to you. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. This is a phenomenon that we cannot help. In the same vein, the inner child could be gravely wounded via specific untoward situations that occur to us by external unnatural factors, which are equally, if not more, dangerous. Examples of situations include maltreatment, bullying, harassment of any sort, rape, repression, starvation, excessive pampering, accidents, neglect, and so on. By virtue of these circumstances, especially if they occur during one's formative period, an individual's inner child may be grossly injured. It's very likely that no individual ever enjoys a completely hitch-free ride from childhood to adulthood. Therefore, we are all victims of a wounded inner child, but to various degrees. One of the activities in the beginning of this book was to grab a piece of paper and write down all of the positive things that reminded you of your childhood. And this was surprisingly really, really hard for me because I had a very traumatic childhood. I bounced between households. I am a victim of childhood sexual abuse. And so a lot of my memories from childhood are repressed. But I did find that as I started writing little bits and pieces down that I did remember, some other ones would come up. So just something to do. It helps bring out the inner child and remember things that you may have dreamed of doing when you were little. Look at the little cutie peeking around. I know, she's watching Paw Patrols. She does not like sharing mommy. Even like if I'm reading or if I'm trying to work on my computer, she always just shuts the stuff. She's like, pay attention to me. But we did just get done cleaning, and that's her wrap time. She likes it when I put her on my back and we do the cleaning and she snuggles into my back. And then we watch little cartoons and do some reading in the morning, huh? Yeah. All right. Bye. Can we read to him a little bit more? Can I read to you? You want the other side? Okay, we'll switch. Thanks for the follow. Scooting you over. Sounds like a great life. It is. We try and stay busy. How's your morning going? Are you good? Oh, and she's a turd. She likes to tip my water over. Are you good? Okay, she's distracted for the time being. We'll keep going. Against this background, it becomes a core necessity for every human alive to heal and recover their inner child. The problem with this, however, is that there are many people worldwide who cannot tell when their inner child has been injured or which aspects of it are affected. In the recovery process, you must be able to do this. At this point, it is necessary to address this common deficiency through the use of the following signs. The clues provided here are not definitive on their own and do not apply to every individual. However, they will serve as a guide through your own inner child discovery. My day is better since I see you. Oh, but glad to hear it. Hiding your true feelings. I cannot understand what you do not say. Kate McGahan. This is one of the most obvious signs exhibited by individuals with a wounded inner child. Given that they have been hurt, abused, repressed, bullied, or harassed, they conceal their feelings and continue to bear the hurt. They also believe that they are alone in it. This is wrong. As a result, they prefer to keep their true feelings bottled up. That explains why they almost never share their pain with others. Totally guilty. Totally guilty of that. I don't even like going to therapy because I don't like sharing my story or having to go back into those memories and those feelings. Ugh, I hate it. I'm actually writing a book and a lot of it has to do with that, and so I'll end up having some night terrors just from having to go back to those places. Okay. Most victims grow up with this inner child attitude and sometimes unfairly expect their partners to understand them as they are. Unfortunately, not everyone can understand their unspoken words. When they are pushed to it, victims of a wounded inner child will prefer to suppress their hurt and hide their true feelings. This situation permeates all aspects of their life, including family and work. Apart from getting hurt the most, they often give the wrong impression to others. Failure to trust or believe in others. We are not strangers. It's a lack of trust that keeps us separated. Michael R. French. It is logical to expect that one of the most common consequences of an injured inner child is lack of trust. Most of the events that occur during childhood leading to a wounded inner child are caused by close relationships with people who we believe in, parents for me, siblings, friends, teachers, etc. The things they do to hurt us in our early years dampens our trust in people. We begin to trust less and doubt more. When this is unchecked, we grow up with the mindset that no one can be trusted. Yep. This mindset often leads to more serious situations such as depression, and severe negativity. Yes, but I have done a lot of work on the negativity. It makes it difficult for victims to share their problems with others. Individuals with trust problems keep their problems to themselves. Hiding or overblowing your ego. Don't talk about yourself. It will be done when you leave. Wilson Misner. Ego describes your personal identity and sense of self-esteem. Ego usually isn't dangerous to your personality or your relationship with others. However, a very small ego or an overblown one may be a problem, which can be traced to your childhood experiences. When you think too little of yourself and find yourself constantly apologizing for other people's actions, it is possible that your pride has been affected by a childhood experience. These people are vulnerable to further abuse as adults. Excessive ego is also a product of an injured inner child. Individuals with the eternal child archetype who are raised with the orientation that the world revolves around them often fall into this category. They grow up to become disliked by others around them because they are often haughty, bossy, and disrespectful. What book is this? This one is Inner Child Recovery Work with Radical Self-Compassion by Don Barlow. And then the other one I'm going to read a chapter out of today is Set Boundaries, Find Peace, A Guide to Reclaiming Yourself by Nedra Glover Tawwab. I don't know how to say it. But this is a New York Times bestseller. I really like this one so far, though. It has some activities for you to do in it to work on, can I have those? Your inner child. Remembering who your inner child is and kind of forgiving everything that happened in the past. So, all right, the next one is Hiding or Overblowing Your Ego. Wait, I just did that one. Hi. Insecurity. You need nanas? Okay, let me move this here. We're just gonna keep going back and forth, guys. All right. Here you go. Insecurity. Most bad behavior comes from insecurity. Deborah Winger. Do you often feel insecure around people? Yes. You should check your inner child. People who grow up in homes with domestic violence or who suffered childhood abuse often carry insecurity into their adult life. They become unsure of their abilities because they have been told that they are worthless. Do you want to color? She just can't decide what side she wants on. Sorry, guys. Here you go. Okay, they also fear others and would rather remain alone. However, when they are with other people, they hide their insecurities in haughtiness and jealousy. Insecurity may also result from the feeling of being completely useless. While growing up, many children are put under the pressure of comparison by their parents or significant others. You have most probably heard parents say statements such as, Taylor already solves difficult sums and you can't do anything. Or Abby now babysits her twin siblings, all you do is play around. Even when these comparisons are not clearly spelled out, they still do mental damage to the child. The victims see themselves as inferior to those who they are compared to. Totally feel that one. Loss of confidence in oneself and one's abilities. It took me a long time not to judge myself through someone else's eyes. Sally Field. Closely related to insecurity is lack of confidence. This is another sign of a wounded inner child. Negative comments and unfair comparisons by parents about their children do more than discourage them. These children lose their intrinsic motivation and become extremely dependent on assessments from others. They grow up to become dependent adults. It is difficult for them to make decisions on their own. They also rely too heavily on others' approval of their actions. I actually did a chapter of this in my book. They feel inadequate and incapable. As a result, they find it difficult to accept that they are independently capable of achieving life's goals. They become too dependent on others and are prone to exploitation. Excessive worry. Worry does not empty tomorrow of its sorrow. It empties today of its strengths. Corrie ten Boom. For individuals with childhoods that had many catastrophic events, they have lost their joy about life. They hold the pessimistic belief that happiness is only temporary and will soon be replaced by gloominess. They live their lives in perpetual fear that the next moment will only be worse. As a result, they lose their ability to deal with challenges that they experience in life. Although there are times when their lives appear to be going well, they fear that tragedy is just around the corner. They are plagued by worry that has long been stamped on their inner child by adverse events from their childhood. As a result, they feel completely powerless to fight it. This individual will be resigned to the feeling that what will be will be. They will feel that there is nothing that they can do to change it. Their inner child has been battered and they don't see any hope. Inertia. Even if you are on the right track, you'll get run over if you just sit there. Will Rogers. Another indication of an injured inner child is a strong sense of inertia. This individual dwells on past hurts and has difficulty getting beyond them in order to move on with their lives. Most of their limited energy is spent on suppressing their feelings. However, the more they dwell on that situation, the harder it is to get past the pain. Don't color on me! Ah! Excessive self-criticism. We are never so disposed to quarrel with others as when we are dissatisfied with ourselves. William Hazlitt. Another warning sign is self-criticism that is blown out of proportion. Many people are their own biggest fans, as well as their own strictest critics. However, this must be done with moderation. Individuals with a wounded inner child are excessively harsh on themselves. This is often because since their childhood they have come to believe that they are useless and can't achieve anything. They can become prisoners of self-criticism, constantly blaming themselves for their situation. By contrast, those who want to recover from the damage to their inner child can drive themselves too hard and blame themselves for their failures. This can, at times, turn into complete self-hatred. Fear of failure. This book is Inner Child Recovery Work with Radical Self-Compassion by Don Barlow. Okay, so fear of failure. Did I do that one? No. When we give ourselves permission to fail, we at the same time give ourselves permission to excel. Eloise Ristad. My daughter's middle name is Eloise. Lucy Eloise. If you are scared of failure, it could be your way of showing your injured inner child. There is really nothing wrong with failing. In the words of Henry Ford, failure is an opportunity to begin again, more intelligently. Those who fear to fail have often been heavily criticized for failing at an impressionable age, or have been made to believe that winning is everything and there is no room for failure. It becomes impossible for these individuals to accept failure. As a result, they fear failure. That's me. Their drive to avoid failure is a manifestation of their injured inner child. Life isn't always perfect. If you realize this, you'll understand life better. The fear of failure is not necessarily a motivation for success. It's very likely a sign of a misguided inner child. These signs are useful indicators, but do not include all of the tools for assessing your inner child. There can be many reasons why we feel insecure or unhappy. They are not all the result of childhood problems. However, if you can identify with 3 or more of the signs, it is likely that your inner child requires therapy. I just hate therapy. Having identified and acknowledged your signs, the next challenge is to determine the healing methods to be applied to your injured inner child. You need to start looking at ways to break free from those obstacles and enjoy the positive, fun, and creative side of your inner child. Chapter summary. The main focus of this chapter was how to know for sure whether your inner child is hurt or not. We therefore covered the following issues: hiding your true feelings, failure to trust or believe in others, hiding or overblowing your ego, insecurity, loss of confidence in oneself and one's abilities, excessive worry, inertia, excessive self-criticism, fear of failure. In the next chapter, you will learn, is your hurt inner child affecting your relationships? Okay, we're going to do one chapter out of the other book. Before I start, Set Boundaries, Find Peace, A Guide to Reclaiming Yourself by Nidra Glover Tawwab, I don't know what it is. Oh, panic. I thought I lost my page. Okay, I'm mid-chapter in this one. She didn't let me finish last night, so we'll just pick up where I left off. Or, let's see. I can restart. Here, what the heck are boundaries? Boundaries are the gateway to healthy relationships. I feel overwhelmed, Kim said, burying her head in her hands. She had started seeing me 2 weeks after she had returned from her honeymoon. Newly married and excelling in her career, Kim prided herself on being the best at everything she did. But her worries about getting it all done had become all-consuming. She was depleted and dreaded getting out of bed in the morning. She not only was determined to be the best of herself, but she also always showed up as the best for others. The best friend, best daughter, best sister, best co-worker. Now she wanted to be the best wife and someday the best mother. Being the best for Kim meant always saying yes. Saying no was mean. Saying no was selfish. She came to me hoping to figure out how to do more without feeling so exhausted. On my couch, Kim went down the list of things she had agreed to do for other people in the coming week. She insisted that her friend needed her help to move. Her coworker would not be able to manage his project without her assistance. Kim was eager for solutions. She was trying to create more time to do all the things she'd signed up for. As she rattled off everything she was trying to figure out, I asked her to pause. I gently pointed out that it was impossible to create more time. She looked a bit stunned at first. Don't worry, I said. I can help you lighten your load. From the look on her face, it seemed as though this approach had never occurred to her. I wasn't surprised. I meet so many people, especially women, who give and give so much only to feel exhausted and even depressed as a result. This is why we live in a culture of burnout. To start, I encouraged Kim to make a list of everything she needed to do at work and home that week. She already had her week completely mapped out. Want me to read it over here? Okay. Of course she did. She sketched a schedule for completing each task. She quickly saw that there was simply not enough time to do all the things she had planned. I asked her, what do you really have to do and what can you delegate? Do you think your friend might be able to find someone else to help them move? She mulled it over and said yes, but insisted that she wanted to help. At that moment, I could see that Kim had an issue with setting boundaries around how much and how often she's willing to help others, and that this was contributing to her anxiety. She meant well, right? All she wanted to do was help people, but her level of willingness to help was impossible to sustain. She desperately needed to do less. When I mentioned delegating, Kim dismissed the idea immediately. She knew only one way to help others, and that was to say yes to doing it herself. Bless you. Kim's refusal to say no had led her to my office and was the root of her worry, stress, and crippling anxiety. According to studies, anxiety is rising. Complicated relationships are among the leading causes of increasing rates of anxiety, and anxiety and depression are the two most common reasons people pursue therapy. Just like Kim, people enter therapy when anxiety is starting to impact their daily life. I worked with Kim to unpack her need to be present for everyone. I helped her see that saying no would give her the time she was seeking. Saying no would give her the freedom to settle into her role as a wife. Saying no would reduce her worries so that she could get out of bed and face the day without immediately feeling overwhelmed. My definition of boundaries. Boundaries are expectations and needs that help you feel safe and comfortable in your relationships. Expectations in relationships help you to stay mentally and emotionally well. Learning when to say no and when to say yes is also an essential part of feeling comfortable when interacting with others. Signs that you need healthier boundaries. Sure. What's your signs? Hold on. Where are we going? Can I read to you? Signs that you need healthier boundaries. Kim's ability... What's up? She wants to be done. You okay? Can I read to you some more? Do you want to play with your pigeon? Do you want to cook? We can move over there. Let's go cook. Girlfriend. You don't want to read anymore? Can I put the bookmark in? Alright, so we are not going to finish this one. She needs some mama time. Let me put it away. Maybe I'll get on later when she's napping or something and I'll finish the chapter. So follow me so you can get notified when I go live next. Bye guys.